Hey guys, just got my AMG paddle shifters off my CLA45 AMG back from the powder coaters. Got them coated in a nice coat of blood red powder coat. So thought I would do a quick tutorial, show you how to assemble or disassemble or whatever you intend to do if you're going to mess around with your paddle shifters. So very easy to do. The internals just consist of a few parts. So you've got the electronics. They're clearly labeled left or right, depending on the plugs are different, so that's important. Also alignment. A spring, so kind of be careful when you disassemble that the spring doesn't go flying and you can't find it. That would not be good. And then you've got this little pivot point that comes off. It's got two little recesses in it that fit right over these two buttons, and it lines up in these pins, so just sits right on there. So when you actually install this in, I find it best to kind of line the spring up, and then you're going to just push it in, and you're aligning these holes, and you're actually going to put a pin down through these holes right here. It's hard to see on here, but that is what this gold pin is in here. I've already popped it out, so I'll put it in and then I'll show you how I popped it out. So it just pushes down in up until a certain point, and then you're going to have to align your other side, get it going in a little bit more, and then I just took a punch and just ever so gently tap it in. I'll probably put it down in there a little bit farther before I install, but so vice versa to get them out. Now if you see when I push on this, it does that nice click. So the pivot's working, the spring's working, everything's working. I was real happy that they I didn't have to grind out or prevent them from painting inside the guts of the paddle shifter. Everything still fits on there, feels really good. The pins go in, everything works great. So if you're going to do this, my experience was they can just paint the whole paddle shifter and you don't even have to worry about it. So disassembly is just the reverse. So you come in from the underneath side, just get a punch that's small enough to fit in there without damaging the paddle shifter, and it popped out very easy. And then again, just you're going to watch that spring. So if you come off of it, it's hard to do without having this in a vise or anything. I'm trying to do it by hand. So see how that popped up? Just lift the pin out. When you disassemble it, just go slow so that that spring doesn't go flying. And see that other part? You could kind of lose that in the process too, but so you just want to be careful and make sure that stays on. So when you disassemble them, it's best to keep the paddle shifter on top and the guts on the bottom. So, and just pop it back together. See how that falls off very easily. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to keep the paddle shifter up high. I'm going to line my pinholes. It's going to pop in there nice and neat. Feel it really kind of clicks into place. Even with that powder coating on there, it clicks right into place, so it's great. Then I'm going to pop my pin back in, push it down as far as I can by hand. And then I'm probably just going to sit this on, get a little bit more stable ground, and I'm going to pop that pin in there, and there you go. Powder coated AMG paddle shifters going on my CLA45. Any minute now. And I'll probably do an install video on the steering wheel trim, airbag removal.